Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at the Boston Bruins' most newly acquired defenseman, Hampus Lindholm. They acquired him the other day for a pretty big blockbuster trade, and they have now signed Hampus Lindholm to an 8-year contract extension. We'll be going over the details of that signing in today's video. So let's get right down to business. Hampus Lindholm signs an 8-year contract extension, $6.5 million per season for Hampus Lindholm. Now, there's a couple of interesting things about this deal in terms of the yearly breakdown. I'll post it here in the video for you guys. So, the first season of the contract, $5.25 million plus a $2 million signing bonus. All the signing bonus money basically is that's money you get directly. Like, that is $2 million that's going to go right to Hampus Lindholm's bank account on July 1st. So that's pretty good. $2 million right off the bat there. He gets a full no movement clause for the first the first 5 years of this contract. Full no movement clause for Hampus Lindholm. $5.25 million signing, $5.25 million the first year, plus the $2 million signing bonus. For the first 4 years of this contract, he gets a $2 million signing bonus each season. Like I said, every July 1st, $2 million shot directly into his account. I guess that's their way of kind of circumventing the cap. So it ends up coming to a lower salary cap per season. Interesting move here. This sounds something very much like Kyle Dubas and the Leafs would do. For years 2, 3, and 4, it's $6 million annual average value for Hampus Lindholm. Year 5, that's the only outlier, which has its own situation. No movement clause and $6.35 million. For the final 3 years of this contract, he'll get paid a base salary, $4.8 million per season, and a 15-team no-trade clause. So his full movement clause does go out the window. It becomes a 15-team no-trade list. And when does this contract end, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you might as well get a Hampus Lindholm jersey because he is projected to be a member of the Boston Bruins until the end of the 2029-2030 NHL season. That's what we're talking about here with this Hampus Lindholm signing. Just absolutely massive. Okay, so now that we got that part done, Hampus Lindholm, left shot defenseman, 28 years old. His current contract he's going to get a little bit of a raise from his current deal he has. It's $5.2 million per season that ends this summer, and his new contract will kick in on July 1st, or whenever the first day of free agency is, whenever they count into next season. He is the 6th overall pick back in the 2012 NHL draft of the Anaheim Ducks. He's been with the Ducks ever since then. His first NHL action was the 2013-14 season, so 8 seasons in Anaheim, 582 games in the Big Boy League, and a weird number here, 222 points in the NHL. Hampus Lindholm is a great addition to the Bruins lineup. And you look at some of the guys they've lost in the top 4 over the last couple years. I've been talking about this for a while. They've lost some talent. Whether they were that good or not, or they are that good anymore, you look at some guys they've lost. Colin Miller, Torrey Krug. You talk about those guys moving on, that hurts. Even Zdeno Chara, right? In the past 5 years, they have lost a lot of defensemen in that top 4. Hampus Lindholm instantly adds credibility to your blue line. And he's going to be a top pairing defenseman. He's going to be playing with Charlie McAvoy on the left side, with McAvoy on the right side. Great first pairing. Second pairing, you got Matt Grzelcyk and Brandon Carlo. I think that's another great second line. Again, some would argue, is there enough experience on that second pair? Maybe not. Then you look at the third pair. This actually leaves Derek Forbort off the roster, which you're paying him a lot of money to sit on the scratch pad. Mike Riley and Connor Clifton. Now, again, this is a night-by-night basis, but that is your current Bruins lineup. I think that's really, really interesting that Derek Forbort is just gone. See you later. So that is something to keep an eye on. I could see him getting moved this summer because they signed him to a massive contract for some reason. And, Bruins fans were sold on Derek Forbort last summer. He's that big king, that nasty Daryl Sutter type defenseman. He just wasn't all that good, truthfully. But Hampus Lindholm coming in, great signing. Overall, the number's lower than I thought it would be. So in that sense, I'm happy with this signing. I was expecting maybe $9 million per year for Hampus Lindholm. He takes 6.5 to stay in Boston. I think that's a pretty good deal. The only thing that I would say I'd be concerned about with Hampus Lindholm, two things actually. So the first thing is I've seen a lot of Hampus Lindholm as a Ducks defenseman. He's been a top pairing defenseman in Anaheim. He's been pretty good. He had a down season this year though. Some issues with his defense at points, and that's always been critiqued throughout his NHL career. He's not the best stay-at-home defenseman. We'll see how that kind of works with Bruce Cassidy. That could be something to kind of keep an eye on in that regard. The other really interesting thing is, again, take this with what you will, but Pat Verbeek, what was the big reason why he didn't stay with the Anaheim Ducks? The Ducks have been seeing this player for 8 seasons now, almost a decade. And for some reason, Pat Verbeek would not sign him to a 7 or 8 year deal. He would only max out, listen, we'll sign you to a 5-year deal, and that's it. What is the reasoning behind that? I'd love to know. And if Ducks fans could let me know, I would definitely like to know. Because the thing with Pat Verbeek is, he's a very well-represented GM. Maybe, yes, it's his first GM gig in Anaheim. He's been there for a minute, but there's something there. And I wonder what exactly that is, why they wouldn't give him the 6, 7, 8 year deal. And Boston just like, hey, we got the big name and we've got him at a fair contract. Here we go. What is the underlying story there? I think there's more to this, but let me know what you guys think of this signing. Overall, I think it's pretty good. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.